Hi everyone, welcome to Kats Creations Live on Friday night, where tonight, as promised, we are going to be making a tropical floral Hawaiian Island summer luau grapevine wreath. So I did one of these last year. It sold, I think it sold even before I finished the live. So the one I did last year was all in pinks, peaches, and creams, and so tonight's we're doing it all in yellows, like a creamy kind of peach color, and red. So this one's going to be a little bit different. So we're also going to be implementing a Tiki mask onto the grapevine. So if you don't like the Tiki mask, you can just take it off and then just leave the floral. It's entirely up to you. It just kind of creates two different looks. So this would be really super cute at a Hawaiian themed party. You could use this as your decor. So I will go through the materials that we're going to use. This is an 18-inch grapevine from Joann's. I already spent the time going through, trimming it up, pulling all the stuff out of it, like there's a couple pieces still left. Pine needles, and then the grapevine leaves itself. So you always want to make sure that you take the time to thoroughly clean your grapevines. It makes the floral process go much easier, because then you don't have to worry about what's in between all your grapevine. It just kind of leaves it nice and open, so when you start inserting your florals, it goes really quick. So because this is in the public group, feel free to like and follow this page if you want to be notified when I go live. A lot of times we do pop-up unexpected videos outside of our Friday at 5 time slot here in California. So if you don't want to miss those random pop-up videos, make sure you hit the like and follow button, because you need to do both. And then for YouTube people, if you're catching this live, this is from Friday on May 22nd, so you're catching a replay of a Facebook Live from earlier, but all of the information that you need that we're going to talk about tonight will be in the description box below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit the little bell in the upper right hand corner to be notified when I post new videos. Feel free, because you're in the public group too, to share. That way you can find this video when you go out and get all your florals and you're ready to go ahead and give it a go on your own. And I think, oh, last thing, new people. If you're new, let us know that you're new, let us know where you're from, and hopefully you'll make a connection here with a fellow creative wreath maker close to you, so that you guys can start crafting together. So do we have anyone?
Yep, we have Gail, Kathy, Michelle, Darlene, a touch of Faith with his Wilhelmine, right?
No, that's Faith.
Oh, Faith, okay, sorry. Karen, Jesse, Sylvia, Dorothy, Tony, Jean, Sandra, Carol, Audrey, Gail, Paula. Schneider says, hi, first time watching you live.
Welcome.
Usually watch you on replay on YouTube.
Awesome.
And then Peggy, Deborah, Mary, Debbie, and Doris.
Okay. Thank you all for taking the time to join me tonight, and happy Memorial Day weekend for those of you that have the rest of the weekend off, and hopefully you're planning something fun to do. Us in California, we're still on lockdown, so we're going to be at home.
Another interesting thing is, this is the first video. It's actually live closed captioning, so they can see your words at the bottom.
Facebook's changing a whole bunch of stuff, so if you have technical issues where it seems like the screen is freezing, generally what you need to do for troubleshooting is just close that out and then pop back in, and it usually remedies itself. So I'm hoping you guys are going to be excited. I've already kind of played with the design a little bit to kind of look at where all my florals are going to go. Most of my florals tonight either came from Sims Pottery, which is a wholesaler in Georgia, or Shinoda, which is a wholesaler here in California. Obviously both of those, because they are wholesale companies, they do have the ability for you to order online, but you have to have a tax ID number, you have to have or your business license number. I think they're all technically relatively the same, but you have to register your tax information with them, and once you get approved, then you can order. So, like for example, we're going to be using the tiger lilies. We're doing yellow and red. These came from Shinoda. The Ranunculus, which are right here. You can see I've already kind of broken down and picked some of these apart. This entire bush came from Sims Pottery. Then there's these yellow flowers. They're actually called Alstroemeria bush. So they kind of look like lilies. That's what I thought they were for a while, but we're learning new florals. We're going to be using pink and white hibiscus. And then there's these, which they just call yellow bush, but I'm sure they actually have a name for them. We're going to be using these as our fillers, as well as these green grasses with the little yellow ferns on them. And some stargazer lilies are going to go in here. For our greenery base, we're going to be using, I think they're called monstera leaves, or monstera. It's MONSTRA is the name of the leaves. And they come in big and small. I like using the smaller ones on a wreath design like this, because they come, I think I have some that are like, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet in length. So that would just be way too large to put on something like this. And the little Tiki mask guy, he came from our R&D stash back in April of 2019. So honestly, I don't know where he came from. But I wanted him for the last tropical, couldn't find him, and I think he popped up in an Easter bin box. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw him in the summer box, so when we get ready, we'll be good. So, ready? Any questions?
Housekeeping, if you want to turn off the closed captioning, you click on the video real quick, you click on the 3 dots at the top right, and it says turn on or off closed captioning, and you can turn it on or off.
Oh, that's perfect and that's great for people who have a difficult time hearing, that might be watching it on a device where their volume is maxed out. Closed captioning helps, but closed captioning does not necessarily capture the accurate words that you might use. It's like listening and kind of filling in the blanks.
I was watching though. It was pretty accurate. So.
Some yes, yeah. Some no. Okay, so take the time before you do any type of designs on your grapevine to thoroughly clean it. It will take you, because you're working in little sections at a time, depending upon how it's wrapped. You want to make sure that you remove all the sharp edges on the top. On the bottom, you want to just make sure that everything is exactly where it needs to be. You don't have any stray curly grapevine pieces hanging off, and that you remove the pine needles, remove the dried out leaves that are stuck in there, because it just, like I said, it creates a nicer environment for you to work off of. Any other questions?
Nope, I just zoomed in while you're doing it.
It's going to actually go pretty quick. So I was debating if I wanted to do an oval versus a round, and when I looked at the oval, it was weird because it was a 21-inch oval, but the width between, the opening here, it was very narrow. So I was like, it's not going to really go with the look that I'm going to trying to go with, because I'm not using a sign, we're not using ribbon, we're just using all florals, and then the mask, and then that's it. So I needed a bigger space to play on, basically. So we're going to go ahead and start with adding some of the monstera leaves. So the way that I kind of have this position is the Tiki is going to kind of sit nestled in to the florals. So I have taken the monstera branches and I've cut them all into individual little pieces. This is the way it comes, and it has a ton of them all the way up here. These came from Shinoda, but you can probably buy these, I'm trying to think, the prices are better at the wholesalers. You get better quality and you get better prices. You get a lot more for your money than, say, for example, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, or Michael's. It's a little pricier, but you can physically go in and see it that way.
Yeah,
so
those feel very realistic.
Oh yeah, and they've got wire that go all the way so that we don't have to keep them, you know, flat. We can kind of put some movement into it. I do have this odd thing on top of my grapevine, which is just this little branch. I could have taken it and sawed it off, but I kind of like the character it brings. So we're gonna work our florals all around that. I do have my glue pot here. It is a 7-inch?
7-inch, yeah.
Right? 6-inch, 7-inch?
6-inch, yeah.
Depends on how they measure it. 6-inch. Blue skillet. Surebonder came out with these way back in 2017, and they were quickly sold out, and then I think they just stopped making them. They do make the smaller round, I think it's green and black.
Green and white, or blue and white, I think.
Yeah. So you can use those. Those are 4 inches, or you can just go buy electric skillet at Walmart, as long as it has a temperature setting, because you want to get your glue to a point where it's melted, not burning, not cooking. So you want to kind of just keep it a happy medium of a nice soft melt. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to cover different areas like in and out. You're going to see that I'm going to kind of take these and I'm going to work these kind of in and out. I know my Tiki's going to be here, so I don't want to waste greenery on the inside right here. So he's still going to be down here. So I'm just going to kind of position these in random places. I think it might go as far as right around here. So I'm going to cover a little bit more than half, but I still want the grapevine to be seen. That's just me. You could completely cover it, but why cover it? That was the reason that you picked a grapevine to begin with.
Jane, while you're doing that, Jane Drennan said, "Hey, Kat and Steve, I went to our local Hobby Lobby in Arkansas. Ours are still closed,
So
and they're putting fall items out. I just stood there with my mouth open.
Yep, they are.
Yeah.
It's normal, because when I was looking at, you know how Facebook does those a year from today kind of posts, I was shopping at Hobby Lobby last year, and we were sharing that Hobby Lobby is putting all their fall decor out. This is a time that if you have an opportunity to see something you like, start picking up 1 or 2 items that you like at 40% off, because if you wait till the fall time, there won't be anything left. So that's my crafting tip of the day.
Yeah.
So I'm just covering the outside with these. I have a couple that are going to kind of go on the top, but I've got to get my florals in first, and then I can come back in and add different pieces. So I like to make sure that they arc as I'm putting them in. So they're going to kind of cover the base and the sides of my grapevine. So I like that the fact that they come in different shades.
Hi gals, just joining. Susie Garza said, "Hi Kat, got you live first time. I'm Susie."
Where are you from, Susie?
Yep. Susie Garza.
And that one did not want to go in where I was pushing it. So let us move it up closer.
Oh, she's from Visalia.
Oh, not too far. What is that, like? Visalia is about 3 hours,
Yeah,
I think, from us. She's pretty close to Jane's front door. Her actual store, which should be opening hopefully shortly. So I'm just kind of taking them and kind of outlining the outside edges. I might take this one and put it here.
Tony said, "I just ventured out for Sunflower Center at Hobby Lobby today. They are already doing Halloween, Thanksgiving, and she said Christmas decor. That's early."
Yep. No, that's fine. Totally fine. Start picking it up now. That's my advice to you all. If you can find it, start picking it up.
And then Rose said, just heard of boxwood greenery. Have you seen it at Hobby Lobby?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, boxwood sold out for most of, I'm trying to think, this is only May. Most of the spring, boxwood was hard to come by.
She's used boxwood a lot.
Yeah, it's a really nice greenery. But since we're going tropical, you kind of need, you can do ferns, you can do palm leaves. I'm just doing these for this. And then here's the nice thing about your glue pot is all your little threads of glue. You're just going to kind of pick them up and throw them back in and it'll remelt. So you're not wasting anything. Okay, so this guy, he does come with one hanger on him, obviously because he's meant to hang on the wall. I need to put in an additional hanger on the bottom. And because he is so thick, I'm not going to have a problem, hopefully, with my staple gun, using my staple gun to hold pipe cleaner. So I just did 2. Because I kind of need to see where this is going to go. He goes halfway, and he goes at an angle. So I'm going to work my pipe cleaners down through, which again is nice if you've done the work and cleaned out your grapevines. It makes attaching and poking things in there fairly easy. We'll add another one here. And there's that. And I'm trying to position it up and over bigger branches. That way if I put some tension on it, it's not going to snap those smaller twigs off.
Sandra, she got the mask in a desatch site she bought like almost 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
I've been looking for them.
But you can find them. You just Google them, or you can go on Etsy or eBay. I'm sure you can find them.
So, okay, this is what it looks like so far. Am I holding it right way?
Yeah.
Okay. So, now he's there. Okay. So now I want to come in with my big focal flowers, which are the tiger lilies. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one off. Save that one, because this was the one I was missing. And this one's actually going to kind of go, let me see how I had him last time, right about here. So I've got a pretty big stem. I think I want to cut this down quite a bit, so I'm going to cut the leaves off because I'm going to still use them, but I don't need a stem that big.
Oh, you're really cutting it.
Yeah, I am. Because it's so meaty. It's got a lot of plastic in it. There we go. I don't need it to go too far. I like having the bloom off to the side, but what's interesting that I noted is that the leaves were upside down. So I need to make sure my leaves are positioned right side up. And I believe this is actually, let me make sure he goes right where he's supposed to be. Right in here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove that one. And make sure I have a pretty good dab of glue on here. Make sure my leaves are all turned in the right direction. That one came off, but I'll fix him. And this is where I'm taking advantage of that little knot in my wood to kind of position my flower, because I want it facing out. So I need to make sure all my buds are out. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to bring this one in. This one's a little smaller. Man, these ones lately have been super hard to get to go where I want them to. I'm just double checking placement. And then we'll go ahead and glue it in. So I always start with my focal point flowers. So these are my focals, the tiger lilies with the little buds on them. I'm gonna take these. I'll show you what we've done so far. Can you see that, babe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sandy said, I look forward to Fridays all week to see you live.
Aw, thanks. It's always fun to try to figure out, okay, what are we gonna make this Friday? Now that we've got those in, we want to kind of come in with, trying to think of how I did this before. I have my hibiscus, so I think I want to kind of play with these and position these randomly throughout. So I'm going to kind of come up here on the top with one. These are kind of like a mid-sized floral. So you're going to see me just like randomly stick them in a wide variety of places. We'll add one. Right in here. We'll do one closer to the bottom.
Yes, it makes me want to go back to Hawaii.
It makes me want to go back to Hawaii.
And she said she also sold her lemonade wreath to another friend.
Mm-hmm. So, what is that, 4 wreaths like in the last 2 days? You're on a serious roll. Good for you though. I am thoroughly, thoroughly happy for you. And then this one, I need to give him a stem. There we go. Let's cut this one down a bit. I'm just kind of staggering them in a wide variety of different places. Usually I try to make the bottom a little heavier than the top. I'm just trying to get all the glue. That's the downside about using the glue skillet, is you're dragging stuff back and forth. I think I'm going to put it down here. I think I have another one.
Awesome, Rose. She said, I sold 4 patriotic wreaths this week. First time for me.
It's been a really good week for a lot of people, and I love that. Okay, with that, we're going to come in with, believe it or not, some of these yellow, and we're going to start filling in the holes with these. So we're going to start filling in all the gaps. Yikes, that one is a little too long.
I was saying, you gotta cut this down.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Yeah. That we will do. We're just going to accent all the floral throughout this wreath. I love these because I think they add just the right touch of yellow.
Just be careful, you got a lot of glue on your big red lily.
I know, I'm going to let it dry so I can actually pull it off and just throw it back in here. See? There we go.
Oh, thank you, Melody. She said, Sandy, Spencer, you should join her private group, and then you can see her an additional twice a week.
So if you guys are interested in my private group, we do meet on Sundays and Mondays. Sundays are our extra tutorial days, and then Mondays are our business class days. for those of you that are interested in marketing or starting up your business, we walk you through all the basics. And those are at 5 o'clock. The cost for my private group right now is $17 a month. And now we're going to start filling these. I love grapevines. They're my favorite because I can pretty much design these and knock them out in what, like less than an hour?
Yeah.
Once I kind of know what I'm doing.
Nice, I agree. I love her so much. Of talent.
Aw,
Yeah,
thanks,
it
Mel.
looks cute already. Wanda said enjoying your talent.
Thank you.
And hi, Roz. She says hi, everybody, from Roz from Ontario, Canada.
Welcome from Canada. We have a couple people here from Canada. I'm actually gonna.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Karen is normally on. She's from
Alberta, Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you what's been done so far. So far, this is what we have done. As we've been filling them in.
Looks good already.
See? Now I'm going to come in with different color ranunculus. So I have like this peachy coral color. I also have one that's kind of red in the center and a little bit of cream. And then I have ones that are more of a yellow orange. Right, so we're just going to take these and pop these in for additional, here's that long stem again. Plus they have the greenery on it. So it's going to bring in more greenery. There's that one. I'll pop this in with the red a little bit. Let's see. It's always so fun when you like piece it all together and then you pull it all apart and you're like, what went where? Where did I put that? I'm going to put this one to the outside. So I try to go all the way around inners and outers so that it's visually interesting, like this, all the way around. So everything you're seeing is filled with color. So let's chop this one down. And
that one still seems long.
oh, give me a second. I'm just looking for placement right now. No, I think I want a different color one there and a different color one here. Wow, that's way long. Yeah, like this one there. Let's grab another red one off of here. And these were actually fairly inexpensive, but I love the quality. It's just a really nice touch. Still too long for what I want. Looks good.
Deborah said I'd take a picture to remind me. Yeah, she did too. She took a picture, but it's kind of hard for her to.
I can't really look at the picture.
Yeah, because I've got her phone.
Sometimes it's nice because sometimes when you recreate it the second time, it actually looks better than it did the first time. So we shall see. So you always want to make sure that if you have greenery on your floral stems that you push it up and get it out of the way. There we go. And then, well, let's see, where to add, where to add. I really need to add something. I don't want to cover the tiki mask. So I'm just kind of looking at how can I push my greenery around. So let me show you what we got so far. This is where we're at.
Yep.
Ta-da. Okay, now we're gonna come back in. We're gonna take these yellow elongated, they just call them a yellow bush. So I'm actually going to take this one. This one's gonna go, might have to cut more of that off. It's trying to save the leaf. This one's actually going to go in here. So let me go ahead and do this. It's going to cause the eye to kind of follow this around. And then we'll add some to the bottom half. We have another little piece, so we're going to tuck in off to the bottom.
Yeah, so guys, while she's doing that, like I said, she bought the Tiki mask probably 2 years ago plus from a D-Stash site. So just find it on Amazon or Etsy or
Sometimes
Google.
like, yeah, like Party City
Party
might
City
have
might have
some.
it. Yeah.
Because they usually have them for the luaus.
Maybe even like a Pier 1 Imports or something like that.
Yeah. And I save all my greenery because I like to kind of throw in little touches of that here and there. Like this little pick kind of came in between the Ranunculus, which I love because it makes for just a right filler for me. Around.
Kathy, we will definitely keep you in our prayers. Kathy Fox said she's recovering from emergency abdominal surgery from last Friday.
Wow.
They couldn't find a cause for the severe pain now to recover. So yeah, we're praying. We'll put you on our prayer list, Kathy.
It's not like we haven't had that happen in our family before.
Yeah.
AKA Caitlin.
Debbie Hanford said, I think that may be called forsythia.
What, this
The
yellow?
long yellow, yeah.
Maybe. Oh, you know what? I have an app on my phone that if I take a picture of the flower, it'll tell me what it is. Why don't I use that? So, trying not to hide him too much, but I want to make sure we give just the right. It's so much easier when it dries, and then you just pick it up and put it back in there. We just keep spinning it around, keep adding to it. And I just like these little wisp, like they're like little wispy picks, because they make a nice filler. Okay, where are you? There we go. No matter how hard I try, we always end up with glue everywhere. Go ahead and pull these ones up. Put another one in here. What do you guys think so far? Do you like the overall effect?
Yeah, that one says beautiful.
Thank you. Now, way too long. We'll bring this greenery down a bit. And we'll add some stargazer lilies because they're small as well that we can use for little fillers. And I like the long pieces of greenery.
I almost think you should put another piece of monstera at the end of each side.
What do you mean? Like down here?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Because I just think that it has to be, well, maybe. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Still
Sandy
waiting for
said
you
that's
to...
an awesome app.
What?
Sandy said that's an awesome app, the one that you can take a picture of a flower.
It is. I did that the other day because I have stuff growing in my garden. I'm like, what is this?
And Bond said the same thing. It's called Forsythia. So.
Oh, okay.
Forsythia.
Just trying to get things positioned where I kind of want them to go. Last piece, I'll kind of play with this placement. This one's way too long too.
Kathy Fox said, where did you get all those florals?
We got them from Sims Pottery or Shinoda. So both wholesalers.
Oh, awesome. Gail said, I just found this mask on Amazon for $16.45.
Wow. Well, there you go.
So there you go, Gail. Yep.
You just got to be resourceful. We always go, like, all the places you would logically think to look, like Amazon. So I'm trying to make sure this goes in far enough. Under. Okay. I really want him to lay down.
Yep, it's called Seaside Accents Tiki Mask Wall Decor. 12
Really?
inches. Yep.
Okay. Well, now you know. This exact same one or just one that's similar?
That exact same one.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow.
I will copy the link and
Paste away.
paste it away. Yeah.
Okay. I think I need a couple more of the piglet pieces. So I'm going to push them all up and then cut it all down.
Thank you, Gail.
Thanks, Gail. And it's slowly getting there. It's just a matter of trying to hold it and kind of shove stuff in there. Got to start with the top.
And I pinned it on there so people can just click on it. It'll take it right to them.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Oh, nice. So now it's just a matter of designer preference of like picking and choosing and putting things in a wide variety of different places. You know, looking at textures and movement in the types of florals that you're using. Trying to get this one up, over, and under that one. And now I'm going to take a couple pieces of greenery and just kind of backfill some leaf places if I need it. Most of the ones on the outside, I don't really need it. Let me look at maybe using another one of these. Wow, the stems just seem like I cut them to length and then
Plus
they
when
just
you move up to
grow.
the greenery.
Right? So I'm just looking for like giant bare spots. And because these are all wired, move your flowers. Don't just have them lay there, like give them direction, movement.
Sandy asks, could you also have used this tiki mask with deco mesh and ribbon?
Yeah, you probably could. I just knew when I found it exactly what I was going to use it for. So this was my, hey, this is where I'm putting, you know, I have a place for this. I already have it all imagined.
I think it'd probably be better for use on a grapevine because it's wood and you're
It looks nicer.
Wood. Yeah.
Okay. These stargazer lilies are just gonna really be the end because they're sitting on a different, it's got a long U, so I'd rather just glue them where I want them to be.
Amber said, first time catching you live. Usually you have to watch a replay on YouTube. Love watching your channel. Thank you, Amber.
Thank you.
Let us know what city and state you're from.
Okay, still too long. There we go. So now I'm just trying to remove all the glue threads. And then let me go to work up here a little bit towards the end. I like to feather my edges with the florals, which means you kind of have big and then it gradually gets smaller until it kind of feathers out. So let me throw this stuff back in there and get rid of all the little picks that I have.
Amber said she's from Clover, South Carolina.
Okay.
Hi, Donna. Mary said, watch it from stormy, rainy West Virginia.
Oh, I
Thanks
heard.
for sharing.
I think Gail said they're supposed to get a storm soon.
Don't forget, gals, to like and follow. Appreciate it.
Back in the pot. Back in the pot they go. So I'm just kind of coming in and adding little touches of greenery. I have a lot of leaves that either the way that the flowers were cut didn't leave, you know, like I couldn't incorporate the whole thing because of how the pick was created. So now I'm just kind of coming in and adding little touches of greenery like under some of my florals. Again, still working out that direction. I know, Steve, you're like, put another one in here.
Okay.
I'll put one in there. Let me make sure it lays correctly. Let us make sure it goes where it's supposed to go. Not that one. I like these longer leaves. These are like my favorite. Just to kind of tuck. And I think we're pretty much done.
Yeah, quick.
It's really honestly that quick. And I still have a ton of these left. I don't know.
A couple of the gals said they like the wreath on the door.
Oh, the lighthouse wreath?
Yeah.
It's pretty. Let me. No. I tried it and I was like, maybe it just needs a stem. There's like a spot on the inside where there's like nothing but a leaf. Okay, I am hitting the grapevine. I'll take all that off. And then we're done! Ta-da! That's it. Honestly, that's all there is to it. So just keeping with the same color palette, this one I wanted more summer, so more reds, more corals, just a pop or two of the hibiscus in the white, but he's all done. He's all ready. So there you are.
Yeah.
So I'll put it up on the door so you can see. And I like him at an ankle, but you can hang him whichever way you want. It's entirely up to you. I like him like this because I like it to kind of arc, but you can hang it this way. It's just entirely up to you. So that is it. It's the short and sweet. Grapevines are fun because they go pretty quickly once you glue everything in. But what do you guys think?
So it looks fabulous, gorgeous.
It'd be good for summer barbecues. Like if you were doing a Hawaiian themed luau, it'd be great to put in your backyard. But that's it. He's finished. Don't need a bow. Don't need a sign sometimes. Sometimes people like their florals just florals and nothing more. So yeah, he's my summer, first of the summer ones, right? Kind of.
Yep.
What questions do you guys have that I can answer for you?
Linda asked, is that for sale? Yep.
It is for sale. This is on my site right now. Not my website, my Etsy shop. Just look for the Facebook Live. You can find it there. And obviously we made it so it's ready to ship. So a lot of times you'll look for things on different sites. I'm of the whole mindset that if you order something from anywhere, on Etsy, Amazon, even like our wholesalers or our craft supply people, I want it as fast as I can possibly get it. So that's why I try to make sure that the things that I have listed are things that are ready to ship, like
within a day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously this is Friday and then this is Labor Day weekend, so this probably would not ship out until Tuesday, just because FedEx isn't open and I use FedEx for my shipping. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Private groups, Sunday we're doing the bike frame. So we're doing bike frame florals because I'm going to Showdown tomorrow to stock up on some florals for that. So we'll have more florals for that. I think I'm going to go with a summer theme. I was toying with the notion of doing patriotic, but I think I'm just going to do summer. So that will be our tutorial for Sunday. And then Monday, since it's Memorial Day, we're not going to do the business class on Monday. So if you guys are interested in joining the private group, you can find it on all the information on my website. It's KatsCreationsNMore, just like this, .com. And you can either sign up the whole year in advance and you get 2 months free, or you can do the monthly, which is $17 a month. Just scroll all the way to the bottom for that one, and it'll show you all the benefits that you get, not just the extra tutorials, but materials lists, discounts. You get not like preferred, but you get first dibs on stuff that I have. Like we have wreath kits available, and we have deco mesh bundles right now, but those are only available on my website, so you have to go to KatsCreationsNMore.com. We have some patriotic, we have some summer, we have some everyday, so we're going to be rolling those out. But there's, I think, 4 left, and I think there's 3 bundles of discontinued or premium deco mesh, so take advantage of those while they're still there. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, everyone. Well, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.